Hello, my name is Stephanie Brands and it's my honour to welcome you to the Prime Minister's Veterans Employment Awards for 2021. Each year, around 5,500 members transition out of the Australian Defence Force. These veterans bring with them an extensive range of skills, qualifications and experience, making them valuable members of our civilian workforce and an asset to businesses and organisations across a diverse range of industry. These awards recognise those organisations who seek to employ and support veterans transitioning into the civilian workforce, and also shine a light on those veterans who've made a significant contribution as an employee or entrepreneur. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of all the lands from which you're joining us today, and I pay my respects to their elders, past, present and emerging. Now, to officially open the awards, the Prime Minister of Australia, the Honourable Scott Morrison.
Congratulations to all the nominees of the 2021 Prime Minister's Veterans Employment Awards. In the ADF, our servicemen and women demonstrate skill, loyalty, dedication, perseverance, service, and above all, sacrifice. They watch out for others, they don't cut corners, they work within that chain of command, improvise when they have to. They're trained problem solvers. They can deal with stress, and they work with highly technical equipment. Not a bad CV. They understand mission, they get things done, and they are creative thinkers, and they improvise. Frankly, you won't find a better employee than the men and women who have worn our uniform in the Australian Defence Forces. And I want to honour all of our veterans who are joining us for these awards. I honour your service, I honour your courage, and I honour your sacrifice in defence of our freedom. For many veterans, these are of course difficult days, and I want you to know that your sacrifices will always be honoured, always remembered. You helped stop a murderous ideology in Afghanistan being exported around the world. For 2 decades, that ideology has been contained, as have the mass casualty attacks of those times. Australia is safer today because of your efforts and because of your sacrifice, and we are deeply thankful. When I reflect on the many thousands of servicemen and women who have served our country, I couldn't be prouder. I know that service to our country demands a great deal, not just of yourselves, but of your families as well. And I also know that the path from service can be difficult. I believe our veterans have so much to offer to our community, but also, in particular, the businesses of our country, with life experiences that are invaluable and with adaptability and versatility that is an asset to any business, skills learned on the ground and in the most trying of situations. These awards celebrate that path into the civilian workforce. Now, to the awards at hand. Can I say to the individual employers online and all the companies and organisations leading the way in employing our ex-service personnel, you have my thanks. You know how to spot champions. You know that veterans understand vocation and they understand dedication, resilience, leadership. You know that when defence personnel transition to civilian life, they don't leave any of the assets that they've acquired behind. Each year, 5,500 extraordinary Australian men and women move out of the Defence Force into civilian life. And bringing that great deal of talent they have to the job market includes running their own successful businesses, enabling them to hire other veterans. So congratulations to all the employer finalists and to all those veterans who have received a nomination also. Thank you for your service in our uniform and for your ongoing contribution to the progress of our nation. You have our respect and gratitude of all Australians, today and always.
G'day ladies and gentlemen, our Defence Force personnel, veterans and family members. I'm Andrew G, the Minister for Veterans Affairs and Defence Personnel. It's great to join with the Prime Minister in celebrating this year's Prime Minister's Veterans Employment Awards. These awards are an invaluable opportunity to champion the contribution of veterans to our nation. Our veterans have served our nation with distinction in uniform, and these awards recognise extraordinary achievement in civilian life. I'd firstly like to offer my thanks to everyone involved in making this event happen. It is much appreciated. And I'd also like to congratulate all those who've been nominated for one of these awards. 2021 has certainly attracted an exceptionally strong field, with 125 individuals and businesses recognised as contenders for the awards. Well done to each and every one of you. I'd also like to thank all the members of the judging panels and acknowledge the work of the awards head judge, Sir Angus Houston. I know that all of you have had an especially difficult job this year, as the talent that you've had to select from has been extraordinary. I'd particularly like to thank all 10 sponsors. Without your financial support, events and initiatives such as this would simply not be possible. Your support for our veterans deserves special recognition, and I thank you all. Now, I know that a lot of preparation has gone into this event and that the ongoing pandemic presents challenges in its delivery. Nevertheless, it's a great credit to everyone involved that we have this opportunity to celebrate the wonderful success stories of our veterans. The men and women who serve Australia in uniform are our nation's best, and it's an honour to be able to celebrate the achievements of our veterans in civilian life. Besides honouring the achievements of our veterans, I'd also like to acknowledge the employers who've backed them in. Australian businesses recognise that the people of our Defence Force are among the most highly skilled in the world. The men and women of our ADF have access to world-class training, and not only do they have a range of qualifications, training and skills, they've learnt the value of integrity, loyalty, discipline and perseverance. They are leaders, critical thinkers and problem solvers. Our veterans are quite simply a national asset. So without much further ado, let's crack on with the announcements.
Well, it's now time to announce our award recipients, starting with the Veterans Employer of the Year categories. These employers show a commitment to not only employing veterans, but recognising the value and the attributes that veterans bring to their organisation. So the finalists of the Veterans Employer of the Year Small are GSA Management Consulting, a consultancy service who actively supports the transition of veterans through a buddy system, pairing veterans with non-veteran employees. Australian Expedition Vehicles, who design and build specialised off-road vehicles and provide employment opportunities to veterans, including extra support for veterans with physical and mental health needs. And Viden Consulting, a veteran-owned consultancy service whose veteran-focused HR policies demonstrate their support for veteran employment and retention. And the winner of the Veterans Employer of the Year Small is Australian Expedition Vehicles. We chatted with Managing Director Michael McMillan about the importance of supporting veterans in the workplace.
Employees all have different needs, and some of the veterans have different needs to even above and beyond what a normal employee would have. One of the key aspects is trying to understand their skills that they feel that they can contribute the most, and that is one of the mechanisms that allows us then to understand what their limitations are. I'm very pleased to receive the award. I think it's a great outcome, great for my business, and great to acknowledge that there are veterans out there trying to help other veterans.
Thanks, Michael, and our congratulations to Australian Expedition Vehicles. Our second award category is Veterans Employer of the Year, Medium. Our first finalist provides products and services across the radar surveillance industry. Hensoldt Australia have a focus on employing veterans across all age groups and providing a culture that helps veterans integrate into civilian life. Our second finalist is AMW Professional Services, a consultancy business actively seeking to engage with and employ transitioning veterans for their skills, qualities and experience. And finally, Veteran Mentors. Not only do they provide military programs for Australian youth, they also have a strong mentoring program that provides veterans with employment opportunities that enables them to continue giving back to the community. And I'd like to congratulate Hensoldt Australia, winner of Veterans Employer of the Year Medium. Now we hear from John Watchman about Hensoldt Australia and why they seek to employ veterans.
We find that previous Defence Service personnel tend to have a very strong aptitude and attitude, and that is key for us being able to do our business. And that's one of the things that we look for in those coming out of the defence field. It's very hard to step out of the military and become a civilian. And part of what we do is help people make that transition and assist them. So we become a sounding board. If they're struggling, they've got someone they can talk to who knows how hard it's been. It's a great honour for Hensoldt to receive this acknowledgement of employment of veterans. For us, it will be just another year that goes past, but it is an honour that we get to employ these veterans and work with them into the future.
Congratulations once again to Hensoldt Australia. Our third award category is Veterans Employer of the Year Large. The finalists in this category are Serco Asia Pacific, specialising in delivery of defence, health, immigration, transport and justice services. Serco also offers veteran-friendly initiatives such as supporting its reservist employees. Integrated energy company Chevron Australia have a key focus on veteran employment, setting up a veterans employee network to attract, develop and retain veteran employees. And defence and security company BAE Systems Australia, who've recently set up a Veterans Advisory Committee to further develop areas of support for veterans. And the winner of Veterans Employer of the Year Large is BAE Systems Australia. We chatted to Gabby Costigan about how proud she is that BAE has been recognised for its contribution to veteran employment.
I think we've been working so hard to find ways to improve what we do to support veterans in our business, and anything that we can do to help their transition and improve the lives of those veterans post their military careers, I think is incredibly important and something I'm certainly proud of. Well, it is amazing to win this award. I'm incredibly proud of my team and the support that we're doing to try to improve the transition of veterans into defence industry, and in particular into BAE Systems Australia. So it's a fantastic achievement for my company.
Thank you, Gabby, and congratulations once again to BAE. It's so inspiring to hear our winners reflect on what they're doing within their business to support veteran employment. We now move on to the award for Public Sector Excellence in supporting veteran employment. The winner of this award has supported veteran employment at a state, national and local government level, raising awareness of the value of employing veterans and supporting veterans throughout the employment process. And it's congratulations to the New South Wales Government Veteran Employment Program, who provide a range of resources, approaches and tools to help veterans understand the transferable skills they bring to the workplace. Let's now hear from Craig Delaney, Manager of the Veteran Employment Program for the New South Wales Government.
The Veterans Employment Awards are extremely important to create awareness of veterans in society. Veterans serve our country. When they leave defence, a lot of them are lost and don't know what they can do. They have the skills and attributes that any hiring manager would love: courage, initiative, respect and teamwork. It's incredibly humbling to be part of the New South Wales Government Veterans Employment Program and to be recognised at the Prime Minister's levels for the work that we've done. It's actually just rewarding to know that veterans are finding roles out there, veterans are being accepted for what skills and attributes they've learnt in defence, and hiring managers are understanding throughout government the value that veterans can bring to government and also to the community.
Nice to hear about the great work the New South Wales Government is doing to support veterans to secure employment. Not having served themselves, it can be easy to forget the valuable contribution that veteran partners make to our civilian workforce. Here, we recognise excellence in supporting partner employment. Our first finalist, Defence Bank, provides employment opportunities and services to partners of serving ADF members to help them manage their careers. Next up, we have Alison Bannister Career Coaching, who is committed and passionate about supporting ADF partner employment. And finally, RSL Queensland, whose well-established program provides a range of services and support for ADF partners, including employment assistance. And the winner is Alison Bannister Career Coaching. Let's hear from Alison about the benefits of employing partners of serving ADF members.
ADF partners make great employees because they have incredible skills. They are amazing team players because they've got those networking skills straight away, because they have to. They have great time management, they're resilient, they have a robust approach, and above that, they're solution focused. Winning this award is incredible. I can't believe it. I am so delighted, not just for myself, but all of my Australian Defence Force partners. I cannot wait to share it with them because, to be honest, I'd like to dedicate it to them.
Thank you, Alison, and congratulations again on your win. Recruitment, training and support organisations play a significant role in supporting and connecting veterans with businesses across all organisations. The award for excellence in supporting veteran employment highlights their role. Let's have a look at the finalists. Ironside Recruitment for their exceptional agility during the Victorian COVID crisis, which saw them employ a contingent veteran workforce to address the emerging shortage in COVID testing workers across the aged care sector. Working Spirit for providing veterans with access to veteran-specific training, coaching and mentoring at no cost, as well as access to networking events to connect them with prospective employers. And Work Rehab, a rehabilitation provider delivering case management and integrated return to work services to veterans who need assistance transitioning into civilian work and life. And it's my pleasure to announce the winner is Working Spirit. We caught up with its founder, Karen Hinder, to talk about the value of employing veterans.
So Working Spirit is a registered charity with DGR status that assists veterans into employment pathways. Veterans bring a lot of transferable skills to a company, and it's showcasing these skills to a company because sometimes they're not 100% sure of what they can bring. Things such as leadership, discipline, management, teamwork, resilience, a great work ethic, ability to go above and beyond, even when it's not their core job role that they might be doing, are just, a small list of what veterans can bring to a company. To be honest, winning this award is really exciting. It's empowering. The fact that a small charity like Working Spirit is being recognised in such a large platform is simply amazing.
With so many valuable skills learned in the ADF, veterans are well placed post-transition for many different and varied roles, including setting up their own business. Which brings us to the finalists for the Veteran Entrepreneur of the Year. Chris De Bono, Meru Foods. Chris's journey from finishing his ADF career to establishing a successful miso business has seen him rely on his defence skills to achieve great success in an industry not traditionally linked to veteran employment. Darren Schubach and Ryan Carmichael, the Whiskey Project Group, designing and building user-focused watercraft. Darren and Ryan have shown significant drive to achieve success, incorporating their ADF experiences and values into their business policies. Phil Cutts, Chorus Solutions. Phil's professional consultancy company is committed to putting people at the centre of the business. Leaning on his defence experience of teamwork and connection with people, he's created a company and culture driven by values. And to announce the winner, please welcome the Minister for Veterans Affairs and Defence Personnel.
I'm now pleased to announce the winner of the 2021 Veteran Entrepreneur of the Year Award. And the winner is Chris De Bono of Meru Foods. Congratulations, Chris. Chris spent the first 12 years after uni serving as an officer in the Royal Australian Navy. Chris's drive, resilience and long-term vision has enabled him to establish and successfully grow Meru Foods. A Tassie-based boutique food innovation and manufacturing company, Meru Foods focuses on making great tasting produce. Chris, you're a role model for our entrepreneurs and a wonderful shining example of how the skills and attributes of our veterans can be applied to any business. Congratulations, well done, and I can't wait to visit Launceston to sample some of your great products and food. Congratulations again.
Thank you, Minister. Let's hear from Chris now with an important message for veterans.
Winning the award is a really important validation of the veteran skills that come into being an entrepreneur, and really helping to show that veterans can transition into things that are completely unrelated. And I think that's a really important message to share with other veterans who are thinking about leaving and might not have the confidence to take a giant leap.
Thanks, Chris, and congratulations on winning Veteran Entrepreneur of the Year. Well, that now brings us to the final award for 2021. Let's see who the finalists are for Veteran Employee of the Year. Chris Tilley. Following a smooth transition into the civilian workforce, Chris was struggling to find real meaning and purpose in his role. Recognising a need for support for veterans in the prison system, Chris was involved in setting up a pilot program to help connect veterans to support services. Ben Davern. After serving as a combat medic in Afghanistan, Ben had a rocky transition into civilian life. He took the opportunity to once again work in tactical medicine, sharing his knowledge and personal experiences with first responders and other veterans. Conan King. Conan's transition journey spanned 5 years. However, his familiarity with the pitfalls of transition saw him proactively engage with veteran support services to secure a position as a motorway response officer, handling critical incidents on the motorways. To announce the 2021 Veteran Employee of the Year, we once more welcome the Prime Minister of Australia, the Honourable Scott Morrison.
Well, thank you, and congratulations to Ben Davern, winner of the 2021 Veteran Employee of the Year Award. Ben is Business Manager for TACMed Australia. He's remarkable for the way he shares his ADF knowledge and experience to train our first responders. Congratulations, Ben, for harnessing those finely tuned skills and making such a wonderful difference. And congratulations on your success at TACMed, and keep up the great work, mate.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Ben is a wonderful example of a veteran whose transition journey, though difficult, has been successful. Let's hear some of his insights.
A vet who's served has so much to offer, and I know for me, my own personal experience was I didn't know how to articulate that, and to be honest, I'm frankly still learning how to articulate my value, because when you leave, you sort of feel like your values, well, I felt like my value was gone, and I didn't know how to say how I would be useful, but like all I could say to veterans out there is you're amazing, and when you join up to serve, you've already demonstrated so much that an employer is looking for. To get nominated for being me, I suppose, and doing what I'm doing, and then winning, I think that is humbling beyond, I suppose, cognition at this point for me. So, yeah, I'm completely taken back, excited, humbled, and I'm being authentically vulnerable in saying thank you. So, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Ben, and congratulations on your achievement. Well, that brings us to the end of the Prime Minister's Veterans Employment Awards for 2021. Please join me in congratulating all of our finalists and winners. Of course, these awards would not be possible without the support of our sponsors, and we would especially like to thank Westpac for their ongoing support for veteran employment. I would also like to thank our award judges, with particular thanks to Head Judge Sir Angus Houston. This is Sir Angus's last year as Head Judge, so on behalf of the Prime Minister, Minister for Veterans Affairs and Defence Personnel, and the Department of Veterans Affairs, I'd like to thank him for his support over the last 4 years. It's been my absolute pleasure to be your host this year. Thank you for joining us, and stay safe.
Light up the sky.